Australian Direct, and if you're looking to store food long term, a food sealer is the way to go. Introducing the KickAss 12 and 240 volt food sealer. Now this is different than other food sealers on the market because not only does it run from mains power 240 volts, it also has a cigarette plug, and you can plug it into a 12 volt socket such as our battery box or your vehicle, or even if you're off grid in a boat. The food seal is top quality. It has a little cutter here, so if you want to cut bags or rolls, you can, and that just fits easily inside. Now, the starter pack comes with 10 bags. We have a mega pack, which comes with your 10 bags, and also extra food sealer rolls and bags, which you'll find the package deal on the website. If you're just looking to buy bags, we've packaged up, weighed, and measured all kinds of packages of bags, and the more you buy, the more affordable it gets. If you're looking to store food long term, a KickAss food sealer is the way to go. Get in while stocks last.
Introducing the KickAss 12 and 240 volt wet and dry vacuum sealer. 12 and 240 volt means you can use it at home or on the road. It comes with a 240 volt plug and a 12 volt cigarette socket adapter. You can plug it straight into your car, your dual battery pack, or even your KickAss fridge. It also comes with a selection of both small and large vacuum sealing bags. Sealing your food before you go away saves room in your fridge or freezer. It also helps to keep that food fresher for longer. You can pre-marinate your meats and have them ready to go when you get to your camping site. Nobody likes it when you open your fridge or freezer and it's full of leaking items. You can now do away with any containers that take up extra space and have a tendency to leak. You can even seal devices such as mobile phones and tablets to stop them from getting water damage. The vacuum sealer is super easy to use. On the sides, you've got two little buttons. Press both of those and open her up. On the inside, you've got a little cutter. You can use the sealer to cut down the bags to any size you want. Start by plugging her in, grab our 12 volt lead. On the back, you have sockets for the 12 volt and for the 240 volt. This time we're going to use the 12 volt. In this case, we're going to use our DC-DC MPPT charger battery box. Simply open up one of the sockets, pop it in. Now on the unit, you can see there's a food button. You can go wet or dry. In this case, everything here is kind of wet, so we're going to pop the button and change it to wet. Now let's start with our snapper. Grab him, pop him into the vacuum seal bag. So I'll just run you through a little bit on how it works before we actually do it. At the bottom you can see that we have a heating element. That's the sealer. That's this fleshy looking bit here. It matches up to this grey bit right here. Now above that you have where the vacuuming part takes place. You can see there's a seal here and there's another matching one just here. On the inside just here is the vacuum nozzle. You want to pull the bag past the heating element into the vacuum chamber but before the vacuum nozzle. Just like this. You see that that vacuum chamber has a little bit of depth to it. That allows any of the juices on something wet, say like this fish, to pull into there. So we close it up. Now we've already selected wet food. If you're doing something like grains or cereal, you might go to dry food. We're going to get back to wet. All we do then is simply hit vacuum seal. The machine pulls all the air out of the bag, as you can see, and then we'll heat the element and seal the bag. When the vacuum seal and seal only lights turn off, you know that you're done. There they go. Now it's done. You press both the buttons on the sides, open it up, and there it is, your fresh caught fish, perfectly preserved and ready to go into the fridge or freezer. Let's just say you want to make some smaller bags for smaller amounts of food. Grab one of your bigger bags, chop it into pieces. Now you can see this has both ends open, so that's no good. So simply pop it in the sealer, close it down, press seal only. See the light comes back on again. And when it's done, that'll turn off once again. So the light's gone off, open it back up. And there you have it, one bag into two. Say we're doing something like the kids' lunches, we can cut it again. Straight down the middle. Be careful of that heating element, it obviously gets hot. So now we have a couple little snack size bags. We can grab something like this pineapple, throw it in, pop it into the sealer, still on wet food, hit vacuum seal. Now you've got a great little snack for the kids' lunches or bite-sized portions for dessert. There we go. Now let's do some sausages. You want to make sure that the bag is nice and flat on top of the seal. The sealer goes down nice and flat. Once again, goes vacuum seal. There we go. Steak. Let's do one on 240 volt as well. So we grab our 240 volt plug, pop in our 12 volt plug in the back, pop in our 240 volt plug, plug that in. Grab some of our pineapple. Now there's no difference between 12 and 240 volts, so simply close it again. Press the vacuum seal button. You can see inside the vacuum seal compartment, there's a little bit of juice down the bottom from the pineapple. When you're done, give that a quick clean out and you're good to go for next time. As well as doing whole food like a fish or a steak, you can chop up and prepare fruit or vegetables for a meal that's coming up. It's great for before you hit the road. You can chop up and prepare before you go. Then you don't have to do any work when you get to the campsite. It's also good for on the road. You can pull over, get some great local fresh produce wherever you are, seal it up, and it's good for weeks. The sealer means you can pack all these foods safely together without any contamination. And you save a ton of space by not having individual containers for each particular item. And space is at a premium when you're on the road. If you throw that fish into a container, you take up more space than what I've got: the fish, sausages, steak, and a couple of things of pineapple. All there together, none of it's going to contaminate each other. It'll be sealed and last for weeks. The great thing with KickAss products is you know that it's Australian owned. KickAss has you covered for all your 12 volt needs on the road. We've developed the 12 volt systems for your car. You can buy your dual battery system, your wiring kit, your fridge, your food sealer. Everything matches, mates, and works well together because it was all developed together with an awesome warranty, Australian owned. Grab yourself a 12 240 volt wet and dry vacuum sealer. Combine it with one of our battery boxes, awesome fridges. You won't look back. Jump online and sort yourself out with a complete KickAss setup today.